What's going on, guys? Okay, so I got an idea. Got an old subwoofer just lying around, and I used subwoofer box just lying around. So, got an idea. Why not install it in a new car? Just for fun. We're not going to use it all the time, so just for now and then when we need to. So yeah, let's first fix this box. It's quite broken, as you can see. Everything's gone and loose. It's got a strap holding it together. Probably gonna leave the strap there because the box is together, it's just rattling a lot. So we've got this little wood pick as a brace. Gonna secure that properly so we know we don't have rattles anymore. So yeah, let's just install this just for the fun. So let's go. So on this box, as you guys saw, I have this huge strap around the box, supporting it actually, because the previous subwoofer was just too powerful for this box. It blew this box apart. Now I've tried to rescrew new screws into the box and everything. Like as you can see, I'm trying to fit this port back into the place it needs to go. But even this port doesn't want to stay in anymore. It's just broken out. So yeah, just putting it out like that. Just a little bit of an edge sticking out in the front. Then actually keeps up quite good. But the only problem I have with this box, when you turn your bass up, when it's at low bass points, then the whole box starts to crack and rattle. So I'm trying to put in this bracing, just like a normal piece of wood that I found on the farm somewhere. It's like an old tree branch or something. It actually looks good. And I filed it down to a round shape. And I'm actually trying to put this in between the front and the back of the box, so it keeps it braced, because this is the point of the box where I struggle to keep it together. This box's face is only one piece of wood. Normally I just do 2 layers of wood to keep it strong, but this box only has 1 layer of wood. Now as you can see on this point, I've also added some glue, because just to add those little gaps that's open, I've just put glue on my finger and just smearing it in to the points that I need glue to go in, so it's more strong. But at this point I thought actually maybe I should just build a new box, so maybe this box can still be saved. Well, previous videos you have seen in that blue BMW, I've built a actual new box, a single box for a single subwoofer, and that box is actually a sealed box. This one is ported. I actually like the ported one, but I thought just to myself, you know what, why not do I just use that box still, because the car is sold, the blue BMW, and I did take out the sound, so I still have the subwoofer lying in the house. So at this point I was turning the box around just to put it in screw on this side for that bracing, but at this point I just knew this box isn't going to hold up anymore, because this one actually has to go into the white BMW. And the BMW actually has quite a much larger boot than the previous one had. So I can just build in like a actual new box that suits the vehicle or so. But yeah, still hoping to save some money and just trying to fix this box. I just could have gone from the beginning and just used the other one. At this point I just took this large box and just put it away. Just went into the house, searched for the other one between all the other car audio scrap and stuff I still have left. Found it, and I still got my old amp on it. Funny to know that this amp actually blew the fuses, the one after the other, when it was in the Subaru. Some of you guys will remember the Subaru. That car was also sold due to COVID, but yeah. That car, I kept blowing fuses on my amplifier, and then I did troubleshooting, did try to find out why, talk to people I was doing the car audio community and stuff. Nobody could really find the problems to why the amp keeps blowing fuses. I had 2 amps in the vehicle. One is a 4-channel amp, and one was this one for the monoblock for the subwoofers. My goal was to get another amp and do a dual subwoofer, but just amps are too expensive. So yeah, gonna have to save up money and then get an new amplifier. Like on this box, there's that velvet all the way around. Like on this box, there's the material all the way around, starting to pull off as well. But on the other box, it's just bare wood. I didn't get time to actually rewrap the the box. Now for that one, that amplifier that kept putting fuses, I decided, okay, let's take a shot and put in a larger fuse. So I put in 2 large fuses. That's just a little bit larger than the ones that they recommend to use. And this is why you don't do that, because that amplifier actually melted the fuses to the amplifier. The little plastic outlets where you slide in the fuses, it actually melted it together. So I had to break those fuses off the amplifier to get them out. And that's actually that's why you don't do it. So on this amplifier, I got the Targa setup, no Targa amp, Targa subwoofer. It's just more cheaper in South Africa than you are with Rockford Fastgate or so. But yeah, on this box has a double face, so there's 2 sheets of plywood over each other for the face of the box. And this box is actually more solid than the other one. If I build a new box, I'll definitely put in some bracing just to keep the box secured, and so you don't flex the whole box to break. So, because the subwoofers, they actually move quite a lot of air in and out. So even if it's a sealed unit, so it's a large compression in the box. This little unit that you just saw me put on the box, screwed it into the box, that normally goes in the back of the head unit of the vehicle, especially for factory head units, because normally they don't have the option to put in extra RCA cables. So this unit only takes a signal, put it through the RCA and send it to the amplifier. Now on the blue BMW, I found it much easier, well faster, especially if you're not going to keep the sound in your car for long. It's much easier to just strap it to the box and connect the cable, the wiring to the amplifier in direct. So then I'll only take the signal receiver from this unit, like the little cables that goes to the car's factory speakers to grab the signal and send it through the amplifier and so on. I found it much easier just to run it from there to the speakers, and then you have your signal. It's much easier. Like in the BMWs, you can just mount it straight to the power point on this amplifier, because BMWs, the battery sits in the back, so it's much easier, much closer, and they switch off all of the units at once. So some of you might be like, yeah, you're wrong on this and this. I'm not a car audio fanatic or professional, whatever. I'm still learning as you guys are learning. That's why I said do not put in large fuses on your amplifier. Just use what I recommend. So on this little unit, I'm just keeping it on the box as is, close to the amplifier's connecting points for the ground and the power. And so also I can put in the signal cable to the signal unit as well. Now on the RCA cables, I have a long RCA cable. Due to the previous car, head unit was obviously in the front, so my subs were in the trunk of the car, so I had a long RCA cable running all the way through the car. But on this one, I'm keeping everything at the back, so this little box is not going behind the head unit, it's going to be at the back by the subwoofer. So I just rounded up the cable and just cable tied it in place next to the amplifier. With the speaker wires going from the amplifier to the subwoofer, I've decided, you know what, let's just braid the wires together, because it's 4 wires, so let's just braid them together. So that's what I did over here. As you can see, I was just starting to braid this once. Before I did this, I didn't have a clue how to do this. So I just went on to Google how to braid 4 strands, and then that's where I got this one from. It looks good, so let's keep it as is and let's try and see what it does. There you have it, guys. It looks good. Just cable tie the ends so they don't fall out. So now they're looking good. Now we can install them to the subwoofer and to the amplifier. Okay guys, so now we got a shade. Not last time when the sun burned us almost to death. Okay, parked the car here, so we have shade to work with. First time doing it with this car, it's a lot of gadgets and stuff, so yeah, hopefully it goes good. Let's try. So guys, for the base controller, I just put it in here for now. I wanted to do something where you flip this cover and it sits like this right here, but maybe in the future when we do something nice, when we can afford it. So the base controller is just like this, lying randomly, and this is where I just keep all the change. as you can see, it goes right through in there. So for now it's just lying like this. Now everything's like this, ground cable, power cable going through on the bottom, cable tied, everything to look nice and neat. This cable is for the signal, it goes through under the amplifier, it should actually be hidden, goes through that little module. Base controller and your RCA cables. The one broke off in here, that's why it's like this. We'll get it fixed sometimes, just need to find a way to get that little guy out. Let's see what this thing has. Okay guys, it's all set and done. This box hasn't been wrapped or cleaned off, as you can see on those edges. But yeah, this is what works. This was built from scrap wood, just wood lying around. These cables, I just braided them like this. They go all the way around to the subwoofer. Okay, there's a little module for the factory unit. So yeah, imagine if you had like two of these next to each other. That would have looked perfect, but then you change the whole box design, so it looks much better. But I have another one like this. It's my sister's husband's speaker, but he doesn't use it, it's just lying here. So I can maybe install that one next to this one. Well, build a new box that has a better design and maybe finish it off with some cloth or whatever. But yeah, unfortunately I don't have an amplifier that would run both of these. If I use the amplifier that's on this subwoofer, I will most probably put the amplifier under so much stress that I'll just blow fuses, and I'll put an amplifier and protect every time you turn the bass up. Because the amplifier is already just strong enough to hold this one. So yeah guys, this was just a basic install because I was bored. But yeah, now it's in the car. Still a lot of trunk space left because it's a very big trunk, and that looks good. Okay, so this one, actually everything just rattles in the vehicle. Like in the back by the amplifier, you can literally hear something, like the amplifier is not fitted correctly because it's rattling. That's why I don't like putting the amplifier on the box. I just like to keep it separate so it doesn't rattle. But yeah, on this subwoofer, on the video you cannot hear the actual difference, but there is quite a difference. Not that big a difference, but there is a difference because this car has this HD amps that's for the factory unit, and for the factory speakers has two subwoofers below the front seats. So there's not a big difference, but on the low ends you can actually hear the difference, and everything just vibrates like hell. But yeah, there is a little bit of difference, so just my apologies, you cannot hear everything on the video because it's video quality, but yeah, there is somewhat of a difference. So guys, so far it sounds good. Just have to fix all the rattles. There's a rattle up there, and somewhere in the trunk also another rattle. Just have to figure out where they are and just dampen them, because when you turn the bass up, they just rattle like crazy and sounds like everything's gonna blow apart. So far the subwoofer box is built solid. I did do a test a while back, I think it's on YouTube as well. But yeah, one day I'll build a new box that's actually looking good, that has like a wrap on and everything, if I have two subwoofers to install. Do I have a secondary subwoofer, but I don't have an amplifier to run those two subwoofers. I don't want to put it on this amplifier. I'll blow this amplifier in bits. Well, not literally, but yeah. So yeah, that's what we have so far, guys. So if you guys like this random subwoofer install, like and subscribe. Like I said, I don't have experience on this stuff. I'm still learning, as some of you guys are learning. Still learning all of this stuff, so this is all new to me. But just playing around, put it in, just try it. Well, we all make mistakes sometimes, so just put it in and try for yourself. Just do not blow any computers or anything in your car if it's a new type of vehicle. But yeah, if you like it guys, like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Hopefully we can save up some money also and get that amplifier. It would be cool if you had like a sponsor or anything, but yeah, it's a very small channel, so no sponsors, unfortunately. But yeah, like and subscribe guys, and I'll see you guys on the next one.